Welcome to GNR Ministry for Kids. Jesus had some very good friends named Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. Mary, Martha, and Lazarus were brother and sister. They lived in the town of Bethany. Jesus liked to go to Bethany and visit his friends. One time, when Jesus was far away preaching about God, Lazarus got sick. Mary and Martha were very worried about their brother. They thought he might die. Let's send someone to go and get our friend Jesus, the sister said. Jesus can help Lazarus get better. So Mary and Martha sent a messenger to find Jesus. When the messengers found Jesus, they hurried in house because he was very sick. Jesus said, "Don't worry, the sicknesses will not end in death." Jesus kept teaching the people for 2 more days before he traveled to Bethany. After the 2 days had passed, Jesus told the disciples, "We have to go to Bethany because Lazarus has fallen asleep. I have to go wake him up." When he saw the disciples did not understand, he explained, "Lazarus is dead." The disciples were very confused while they were traveling to the town of Bethany. What did all this mean? How did Jesus know that Lazarus was dead? How could you wake up a dead person? Finally, Jesus and the disciples arrived in Bethany. Lots of people had come to Mary and Martha's house. Many of them were crying. Jesus was not surprised because he knew that they were all crying about Lazarus. Lazarus has been dead for 4 days. Jesus said to her, "Don't worry, Martha. Your brother will rise again." Martha did not understand. She thought Jesus meant that Lazarus would be alive again when he got to heaven. She went to go get Mary. When Mary heard that Jesus was in town, she quickly went to meet him. She was so sad about Lazarus that she was crying very loudly when she said, "Jesus, if you had been here sooner, Lazarus wouldn't have died." Jesus knew that everything would be all right, but he was very sorry to see Mary so sad. Jesus knows what it is like to feel very sad. He cared so much for Mary that he cried too. Then Jesus asked someone to take him to the place where Lazarus was buried. When Lazarus has died, the family had to take care of his body. In those times, they put a cloth over the dead person's head. They were wrapped in the hands and feet in strips of cloths. After that, they used long strips of clothes to wrap around the body until the person was all wrapped up. Sometimes they put sweet-smelling perfumes like aloes in the cloth so that the body would not stink so much. Then they put the body in a cave or a tomb and put a big stone over the door. Lots of family members were often buried in the same cave. Lazarus was buried in a cave. Lots of people were gathered around it. When Jesus arrived at the cave, he asked the people to roll to the stone out of the entrance. Martha gasped, "Jesus, how can we do that? Lazarus has been dead for 4 days. His body will stink." "Martha, just you wait and see. If you believe, then you will see the glory of God." The people took away the big stone after Jesus prayed. He called out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out." What was Jesus doing? Did he know that Lazarus was dead? What do you think was happening? Everyone looked at the entrance of the tomb, and guess what they saw? Lazarus was coming out of the tomb, and he was alive. Everyone's so happy. Lazarus was alive. There was only one problem. Lazarus was alive, but he could not move. he was still all wrapped up in the burial clothes. Jesus told the crowd, "Go ahead and take his grave clothes off so he can move around." What a happy day this must have been in Bethany. At the beginning of the day, everyone had been sad, but now they were happy. God and Jesus know what it is like to be sad. When we are sad, we can pray to God, and He will help us feel better.